Maranatha or something. Come, O Lord. I think that's Aramaic. Not sure. Oh dear. Shall come to thee, O Israel. Well then, if we invite Christ into our hearts, then he has come. I believe that Christ is living in me now. Now, how can that be? Well, there we are. I believe they questioned Jesus, and Jesus answered, the work of God is this, to believe in the one he has sent. So just believing in Christ is in and of itself work. There is huge power in prayer with love in your heart. Inexplicable power. You couldn't analyze it scientifically and measure it and quantify it and stick it in a bottle, as it were. A mother's love, for heaven's sake. I mean, it's unquantifiable, but it manifests itself in, if they're blessed, but in the children who then grow up with that love within them somehow. I believe I have indeed been blessed in this way. I just happened to be reviewing some old photographs I've got, actual real paper printed ones rather than these fancy machines. And there's my mother and my granny and my great-grandmother and so on. I can still see my mother darning my old socks, for heaven's sake. All beautifully darned they were. Bless her cotton socks. We are now living in very troubled times. There have been troubled times in the past. But right here and now, there's just all this potential for something really humongous to kick off. This blasted man in America, the President of the United States of America, I mean, he's awful. Forever this blasted tweeting nonsense, saying to the Chinese, oh no, the Iranians, or, I mean, just off the top of his head. Oh, it's unbelievable. And he's the head of the most powerful, militarily powerful country in the world, and economically probably. not the largest in terms of population. Oh, I mean, it's just unthinkable. I think it's the letter of James that says this little thing, the tongue, and the analogy is as with the rudder of a ship, one small thing can turn the whole vessel. So this small thing, the human tongue, the voice, the words that come out of one's heart, can influence multitudes. Just look at blasted Hitler, for heaven's sake. How did they listen to him? And go along with it all? Oh, dear. And they're going along with this blasted man in America. He's got his supporters. He's being impeached, for heaven's sake. What does that show to the world? You know, people have feelings. Young people are going to say, Mummy, Mummy, Daddy, Daddy, what's all that about? And what are Mummy and Daddy going to say? They're going to say he's a vup. You know, purportedly someone to whom one should be able to look up to. I'm not quite sure that English hangs together, but never mind. You get the general idea. So it's appalling, this blasted man. But you get the leaders you deserve. The Germans deserved Hitler, clearly. Ha! Well, this man's much worse, apparently on the psychological profile. In comparison with Hitler, the blasted man in America comes out with sort of higher scores. Brilliant. You know, psychopathic, all the rest of it. Woo! Love is the answer. This Christian love. Love God through Christ. The two commandments. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and all thy soul and all thy mind and all thy strength. This is the first and great commandment. Trusty old staff. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Amen. There's light in my place, the light of Christ shining within me and represented by a candle and a cross.